swing.
And that was like a double triple.
It was two triples, yeah, I think so.
That is a lot. Of course, with all those TPs expended, it means the S4 could apply a lot of pressure to this tier 1 bot. He gets to the half health right now. Boxy now on the run. And Wrath of Nature does connect. That was a lot of damage. That was on the tail end of it. Boxy's forced to use Stampede. He's going to get the hoof stomp off onto Handskin. TP support coming in now as Boxy, I believe one swashbuckle will actually, no, will not be enough. It's only level 2, but with the help of S4 TPing on the other side of the tower, they're able to secure that for themselves. And now Mickey here with the Remnant. And wow, that is a lot of damage. So takes out S4 in turn, and Handskin should be fine.
There was the Fortune's End ready, so if they had predicted that, they could have precast that and found him. But obviously, really kind of impossible for them to know that the Pango's there. Still though, for Liquid's game plan, everything that's happening right now is really good. They're defending their tower. TA gets to farm jungle, so Shadow Demon gets levels mid. And the only one who kind of lost its early momentum is the Centaur of Boxy, who, you know, he died top, then he rotated bot, and then he got killed again. But at least it was a trade-off for the Nature's Prophet the second time around.
2 Iron Charges on the Ember Spirit right now, and as the panel talked about, we'll be picking up the Spirit Vessel relatively soon. 10-minute mark is upon us. It's going to be an outpost for each respective side, as there might be a fight here for the top room. FNG, as usual, stuck in the middle, and he will go down. Nico Baby able to get
Could guarantee the connection roll.
Hey,
has been, in every series we've cast at least, it's been the most important thing in the game. Whatever team has the better Roche, they're able to take it with any advantage that they have. Even if they get one kill, they just go to Roche. It's played a huge games. Take it.
I do think this is the primary reason Liquid chose TA as the had, because there were multiple heroes here that could have been really good, but they're Radiant. They want a Roche killer. It seems like part of the recipe when a lot of the really good teams, when they're Radiant, are they're paying a lot of attention to that during their draft. That if the enemy team has an ability to take take Roshan as Dire, you really want to have it as Radiant as well, because you kind of have a natural positioning advantage for it.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to grab that away.
I mean, not only that, but they had, other than, I mean, we talked about Centaur jokingly being a pusher, but in reality, they didn't have any tower pushing, aside from the Retaliate, until the TA came into fruition here. The S4 is dodging. Shadow Poison is going to be seen now. Attempting to TP out, but Koikva 3-shots him. That's the stage of the game we're at here for Liquid.
Did he have TP ready before that? He waited the whole time, and then when he got jumped, he TP'd. I think he was pretty confident they weren't going to find him, or he had cooldown, one or the other. But that obviously sucks to TP after you get found out. He's trying to squeeze out every little bit of efficiency there to make more treants before he leaves, so he can push out the lane. He's even drawing the line now. It's like, we have to take care of this wave. Hands.
Oh
Free
my
shot.
Goodness. That is, yeah.
It's nasty.
I mean, this is the scary thing about TA. Obviously, she can catch up to a degree, similar to like Shadow Fiend, but can just take building so much faster, can burst you so much faster in a lot of ways, and obviously the buyback factor eventually. Just a better version of Shadow Fiend in some ways, from the right-click department.
S4 bot. They have grip though.
Boxy,
and Nightmare.
Stomp.
Get pushed off.
S4 is the grip. No, not enough. This is the second grip of the game. We're counting now.
Full duration.
Right in the center, but a triple kill for Nico, baby.
Radiant's top tower.
But a lot of kills going for each respective team there, but Morphling the biggest kill.
Ends up being kind of a draw because Boxy buys back there though. That buyback didn't really bring anything with it, and it is, even though it's only 18 minutes in, it's pretty expensive, and it's a key cooldown for the next fight. If they find Centaur again, they know that they will have a good power play 5v4. Koikva definitely showing up in this game. Tons of damage that fight. Still didn't use his Aegis. I think it was also a way to try to incentivize Bane core more, so you can amplify your damage by buying.
Oh man, do you remember when they added the damage talent? I believe it was originally.
With Mask of
and no
Madness
one.
build?
I was casting this, yeah, at the
Oh god,
tournament was.
I loved that for 2
minor.
weeks, and then it got nerfed.
Dude,
for a week.
It was so fun. I was so sad that they like basically deleted it. Like they made it not viable anymore.
Yeah, you loved that
They
because a support hero could be played core, which is perfect for you
Yes.
because you don't play support.
Yes. What's your point, Senator? You're trying to make a point. You're correct. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I know.
Heroes that just have these animations that are unbearable, like Lesh Bane or Jakiro. Heroes like that. It's just turning around. It makes you want to hurt yourself. Casting a spell is very difficult sometimes, especially if you're behind. Just a little thing of mine,
It's extra hard to capture spells if they're on cooldown too. which
Yes, that
seems
we
to
learned
happen
that
for
today.
Bane.
Yeah, I mean, there's a long cooldown, you know, especially if you don't know if you cast it. I'm sure he knew though. You know, he knew, just not me.
Hopefully.
Moxie looking for an opening here as the rest of Liquid are here in a smoke. They really want Nico, baby. And the smoke actually has not been popped. There's a hoof stomp into the burst damage from Koikwa. The Manta Saw being showed as the Aegis is actually consumed now. So TA a little bit perhaps in trouble here. Pops the BKB. Looks like Oracle will be the first to fall along with S4 though. So it's a 1-for-1 to start this fight. Mickey using all of his remnants now. One more available. Bane falls. Nico baby on the run. Strengthening back up. But this damage is just out of control. A nice disarm into Koikwa. Mitigating a lot of damage as a result. And Liquid might need to run now. We'll see. Spirit Vessel is still applied to Nico, baby, and they're just gonna blow him up. That thing lasted forever. Was that like, that must have been like the third charge expended that fight.
Yeah, I think he got fresh charges. I think he used the last one he had, but he got a kill with it, so he got 2 extras. And then again, this last kill gives him 2 extras. Just some really good individual plays in that fight, actually. Nico baby with the clutch refraction by turning into the TA, the jump from Liquid to begin with, the whole setup of the bait with the Manta Style already against Vessel. There's a lot of good stuff there. Foxy will be caught here. He has no buyback, remember?
Yeah.
So
75
there's actually
seconds.
a bit of a moment of opportunity right now for Alliance. That was the perfect kill for them to find. 1 minute
wow.
5v4.
A 22, I mean, he rushed this. 22 minutes Aghanim Scepter on Taiga. Holy crap. That's pretty insane. I mean, that's a break for Limp now. I mean, you got 3 of them to use, so
yeah,
it can be pretty liberal.
Bristle into SD is actually, we never even talked about that in the draft. They picked Bristle into SD. That is a really notoriously horrible matchup. Soulcatcher owns you, Demonic Purge owns you, and Demonic Purge into Demonic Purge into Demonic Purge owns you even
Turns out
more.
if you're not good against Demonic Purge, 3 makes it much worse.
Yeah. Damn, what a tongue twister. Saying that 3 times in a row was really difficult.
Wow. Well, you did great.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Right.
Congratulations. Give yourself a pat on the back there, Synderen.
It's exercise. I don't do that.
How does Lotus Orb work against Demonic Purge? Does it keep
It stays on them.
dispelling it? So Lotus Orb doesn't do anything
Correct.
against that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. Okay, well, look out for that Demonic Purge, Demonic Purge, Demonic Purge combo. It's a 3-hit combo. That's all you need. Is it the 25 talent? Obviously, we're not going to see that. Yeah, 400 Demonic Purge damage. Oh,
Yeah. Despite that, you might still take 2 disruptions, even in a game like this, because that
Yeah,
talent is
Morphling.
just busted. It's so
Morphling is
good.
pretty good.
Radiant's bottom
Shadow Demon just
actually,
amazing support, really.
I mean, we brought up the fact that he played 3 games in a row, so it's not like it was a surprise that we're going to pick it, but this is the perfect game. I mean, making illusions of, I mean, is Morphling the best hero in the entire game to make illusions of? And
It's
Terrorblade is up
definitely
there,
up there.
for Metamorphosis,
Yeah.
but it's got to be top 3 minimum.
And it's kind of interesting because we talked about how in a longer series when the same heroes get picked a lot that the other team adapts, but I'm kind of with you. I think this is the best Shadow Demon game in the series. And Alliance have had time to prep, right?
Shadow
They
Demon.
kind of really picked into it. It was showed right from the start that Liquid wanted it, and then they've kind of given him an amazing game. So yeah, that's very true. That is very true.
You said you wouldn't agree with me after the beginning of the cast.
Did I?
Yeah.
Radiant
Do you like that he
scan.
went first item Ags? I don't know if I've ever seen that before. The Hoof Stomp will start things off onto Limp, who's alone
he's
right now.
so
Keeping
dead.
score onto the tier 1, but yeah, we're seeing the break coming to play here, and he is just not a hero without his passive. Plain and
I'm
simple.
trying to think about what you do as Bristle. Like, I genuinely don't know what the item solution is to this problem
Lincoln's
for Bristle.
into Lotus, which you apply first, into Mirror Shield. That's how you block all 3.
Is under attack.
Well, you can't
Get it?
block all 3. You can block 2.
Well,
The Lotus doesn't
will
block it.
reflect at least. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll reflect. You'll get something out of it.
It's just, it's such a huge problem for this hero. Like,
Tower are scanning.
I'm not saying there's nothing you can do, but it's like everything will feel bad.
Radiant's top tower is
So
under
even the
attack.
best option is bad.
Dire's middle tower.
It's rough.
And that's the real problem because he's the second most farmed on
Yes,
Alliance. And
he is a really important core for their lineup, and he can't play his hero.
Yeah.
I mean, That sounded really rude. But you know what I mean.
I mean, does somebody on Alliance need to pick up a Lincoln's to apply to him, perhaps?
I just don't think it's gonna cut it. Like, it's too many problems. Like, it's too much gold invested just into that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that Shadow Demon. It's a real problem. Well, Hanskin does have the Blink Dagger. He's had that for a decent amount of time. Is going for a mech, so Greaves probably to follow. So kind of the old school type of build onto the Pango.
Maybe
Does
you
not
buy.
have Vlad's though.
Do you rack up status resistance? Is that what you do against free purchase? Maybe.
I mean, he is going Halberd, so that's a start. Yeah, that could potentially work.
Yes. Oh. But even
I mean,
the Satanic
from
gets
Tiger's
purged too
perspective-
by a demonic purge, so that
Radiant's bottom
Well, the
tower
Can't use
is
that
under
either.
attack.
Right.
yeah. So you can't activate it during any of the 3 purges either.
And is there any reason that he's demonic purging anybody else?
It doesn't really
He
need to.
just holds on to them, right?
We're in Bristol's game.
Yeah. Yeah, that is rough.
Radiant's
Well,
bottom
I
tower
think
is under
Alliance
attack.
might know that this is happening, this Roche. But there's nothing they can do about it. This is Aegis and Cheese now for quick, but
This is a pretty cool play, by the way. They smoked before Roche died, so they're already setting up their next move while Koikva finishes Roche, because they were sure Alliance weren't there, and they might be jumped earlier than they expect now. Koikva already TP'd to the bot tower to not show on the shrine.
Boxy jumps
that's good.
double hooks on, beautifully done, and the burst damage is enough to take out the Pango, followed by FNG, and just like that, it's a 5v3. Shadow Demon again, the break. I don't know what you can do, man. Liquid is just completely outplaying Alliance right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They have an 8k network lead now, which feels like it does not paint the picture because,
It doesn't.
I mean, the Bristleback, how much his 11k in net worth, and he is just not a hero when he's demonic hurt.
Yeah.
He's useless.
in terms of overall net worth efficiency, if Shadow Demon is alive, I don't know what kind of a real gold lead I would give Liquid in this game, but it's way above 10k now. Like, Bristle, effectively what Bristle's items will do is delay his death, but he will not really be able to do damage or put pressure. He's just going to be there and survive a bit longer. And the problem is his team can't abuse it enough to get killed, because Liquid's heroes are too tanky and have, once again, 3 saves: Oracle, Shadow Demon, and Stampede. So Bristle surviving doesn't do enough. He has to kill, and he just can't do it.
So the only
Flat out just
real
can't do it.
plan of attack for Alliance is to just try to
You have to
jump
find the support.
the Shadow Demon.
You have to. Get the Shadow Demon. It's the
And-
best kill. Oracle's gonna protect him with his life, probably, but it's what you have to do.
There is an E-Blade on Nico, baby. Along with the Manta. He's going to jump in from Boxy again. S4 taking so much damage. Pops it. And there's the break again as Limp will just fall next to his tier 3 towers. Tier 4, in fact. Looks like Nico Baby turned into Centaur very briefly. I can understand that. Definitely wanted to be more of a man here. But the Aegis is popped from TA. Blinks out to safety. And Liquid looks like they're kind of on the run right now. It's a 2-for-1 and Aegis consumed. Perhaps they went a little bit too far going
They
for that
went
Bristleback.
so deep. They overextended like crazy there.
Hand
Oh, nice try from Mikither
Spirit
to
Vessel.
get Handskin, but not
50
quite.
HP.
Yeah.
I heard
That's
it
about
featured,
as
by the way.
That's about as much as you can overextend. You dove into the enemy tier 4s to kill a Bristleback who was getting saved by Bane. It's how confident you are that you can just kill this Bristle that you do that. Under normal circumstances, there is no way Liquid try to do that, but getting a bit bloodthirsty there, clearly unnecessary. They were in control, they were pushing the tower, but Boxy saw an opportunity to get, I think, a 2-man stomp, one of which was Bristle.
Yes.
It's just, that's a bit too far in. Like, there is a limit to how crazy you can go.
Quick for
And it
bottom
was
lane,
there.
by the way. This will be, I'm going to say 2 shots if he gets the melt.
He crit, it's a one-shot. Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe not.
he's waiting. Thinks there might be some backup here. S4 also waiting, thinking there might be backup here.
Radiant are
All right, the refraction is gone now. That'll take away a little bit of damage. Oh, they scanned. Whose scan was that? That was Liquid.
That was
So they know
Radiant
he's
scan.
still
They know his
here.
force still there. Yeah.
Yeah. Just chilling. S4. Ooh, faking the TP. Oh.
Dude, you can't make this.
Oh. Wow.
Can't make this up.
Nothing happens.
That's like
Wow. That was
Koikva moved and he
strange.
still didn't see him, and now he still thinks that there might be someone here because the scan was red before. Oh, Furion
Imagine
has
how much
showed
gold
top
he
now.
could have had if he was just farming instead of just sitting in the trees the last minute. Nico,
Oh, they
baby.
find
uses
Nico,
his
though.
great Farm. Manta is popped. He turns into TA, so refraction is there, but again, the break from the Shadow Demon is more than enough.
It happens so fast when Mickey gets these jumps off. His spellcasting is very, very quick. Oh, chose the wrong way there.
And scan. Oh, he gets
No
an ult
crits.
off.
No crit.
Mickey does have his Ags, by the way, so he has a lot of opportunity to catch up to people, but basically out of remnants right now. So as a result, Hanskin will win it, or will live. S4.
And he has to
Gonna
BKB
get
TP here.
disrupted.
He doesn't have TP. Both of them are on cooldown.
Yeah, he pops the BKB. Yeah, you're right.
He's
Didn't
not
have
outlasting
it in his
this.
inventory. Wow. I mean, that's kind of what you have to do as a Nature's Prophet in a game like this. You got to try to split push, even though you end up dying there. And repair kit applied to the tier 3 mid. 3k for Koikva on top of the items he already has. This is the 8-second BKB to go along with the Daedalus Deso.
Radiant's top tower.
Boxy
is under
did finish
attack.
the Lotus Orb, and was he going for AC? Not sure. He has the plate mail queued up right now.
Of regeneration.
Koikva not having any of the lucky shot business from
They
him.
keep trying to disarm him, and when they do, he just gets purged by
Radiant's top
Oracle
tower is
every
under
time.
attack.
Yeah,
So-
good combos. Oh, all right. The Nightmare. Bane Nightmares himself this time. So yeah, this is going to be a free racks. Finally, I believe all 3 repair kits were expended on that. So it does the play thing. Oh my god.
Oh, he's just standing
that's
there
great.
bleeding. Oh. I know I've talked it to death by now, but honestly, it's just so sad to play Bristle into that. It's like actual nightmare fuel. That is. Like when I think about cores getting hard counters by supports, that's got to be one of the absolute top ones. Bristle into SD. 30k net worth is still sad against a 1 Ags. It's like that meme format. Who would win? You know? You don't know that
I mean-
because you're not funny.
Thank you, Cinderin.
Oh,
I made my
that
career
was-
off of not being funny. That is true. I'm remarkably unfunny, as someone in chat would say. But looking at
The
Tyga's
meme
net
is
worth
not
is
that
almost
funny.
equivalent to
I'll forgive you.
I don't
It's not
meme
that
though.
great.
You meme.
Our scan.
Yeah.
I'm
But I
not a
said you
memer,
weren't funny
Cinderin.
because you don't know that, and that's not true. I find you to be very funny, actually.
Looking. Thank you, Cinderin. Oh,
that-
the initiation on a Nico.
That's a good example of you being funny.
And he's getting quite low. Waveform
Oh
in
my
and deleted. 74 seconds on the deck, but does have the buyback available. And another canceled TP for FNG. It feels like there's been 3 or 4 of those this game. And he's easily finished off.
FNG has just not been dealt good hands this series. He had a
Yeah.
terrible Ogre game, and now he has this Bane game. And even the previous one was a hard Bane game where he delivered, though. But he has definitely not had much chance to shine in these couple of
I mean,
games
if you
today
would
for
ask
Alliance.
me, out of the 3 series, which game would have been better for the worst for Bane? It was the Naga game, and they won. So
Yeah.
he definitely turned up there. But it's just, yeah.
I mean,
rough one.
you're like, no matter how you look at it, in both Bane games, he's playing into like 2 or 3 saves. Can try to play around is when all of these purges are used, you try to take a fight because you know there's only going to be one in the following fight. In that case, they haven't really managed to be able to find anything though.
Uproot and after them.
And Roche will be up in less than a minute, and considering the speed in which Liquid takes it, you have to assume that's going to be
Radiant are scanning.
another Roche for them. Is that the third Roche? Will this be the third Roche? They
Yeah,
have cheese?
they did.
Them having cheese.
They did have it. Did they use it?
used
They
it
haven't
already?
used it. It's fermenting in Koiko's pockets right now.
Oh, okay.
What do you think if cheese got better over time?
How, like, what do you mean by better?
So it heals more health and mana every minute it's unused, and then when it drops the first time, it's worse than its current version.
Yes, I like it. I love dumb
So-
ideas. That's my kind of thing right there. Oh, the jump.
dare you.
Limp. Oh, all right. Gets off the Lotus Orb, but he's melting. Bristleback is so squishy right now. He's going to live for now, but the sheep to follow. That was picked up by the PA, by the way. Ooh, Ember Spirit. Mickey. Taking a lot of damage. Extremely low. Gets saved for the time being, but drops shortly after. They still have not finished the Bristleback. So nice saves overall from Alliance, and that's going to be, as
Oh
I
my
say,
God,
that
the
3 die
crits.
instantly. The buyback
Oh.
on the on the Bane now. Ember not
Liquid
expending
just-
his.
Koiko just got back-to-back 1300s there with double damage Daedalus. But that was still
is
not bad for Alliance. Like, considering they kept their Bristle alive on a sliver of HP and they do isolate Mickey and get that kill. I'm saying it's not bad, even though they had to buy back Bristle and Bane. But like, given the circumstances, that was actually a good fight for Alliance. You got to hold on to what
Looking
you've
at
got.
it, I'm looking at the fight recap. They basically lost 2K by doing all that.
Is under
Yeah,
attack.
but
the
they still
network.
played the fight well.
Yeah.
It just shows how hard it
Baby.
is. They instant orchided Boxy when he jumped as well by
Oh.
S4. Get the sleep.
Lotus. FNG does not want to okay. Boxy. Hoof stomp. Keep him safe for now. Stampede for another 15 seconds. As he still works towards his AC. And Taiga just reminding Limp that he's in this game right now. This is going to break things up. They just want Ember Spirit to respawn naturally so that they can just take this Roche pretty quickly thereafter. Nico Baby does have the full sky. So Scotty, E-Blade, Manta, and actually has a Havoc Hammer equipped, which is pretty cool when you're morphed up into Strength. Not sure how that's going to work in fights,
Well,
but
it does magic damage regardless, so it has synergy with E-Blade, even if he's fully Agimorphed. There's the base damage, right? Which is it 225?
150 or something?
225. So I mean, it's not a bad new combo. Definitely all adds up.
Well, they're in the pit right now. And yeah, now that Morphling has the Scotty, you're gonna start seeing these illusions from Shadow Demon actually just wreck. The more stats, the better.
Is under attack.
And this Roche fight is gonna be extremely important. If Alliance can somehow deal with this is their avenue back into the game.
Yeah.
Nico Baby is ready to go. But Roche is already at half health. Quickfoot ready to jump in. A hook stomp onto 2 heroes. This is a huge initiation as Morphling is extremely low and falls shortly after. And with that, Alliance's hopes will probably go down the tubes here. S4 is next to fall. 3 for nothing. Barely any damage done to anyone as Taiga actually had a false promise applied to him. That's how important of a hero he is in this game. Limping away. Lotus Orb still applied. At the halberd available, but Boxy and company will likely finish him off here with another demonic purge. Not even needed. They just have the right clicks.
I mean, you see the desperation from Alliance, right? They're doing everything to try to kill the Shadow Demon, but once again, they were the ones getting jumped, just blown up instantly. Super good double stomp from Boxy with the Remnant Bomb on top.
Just going for a throne. Yeah,
That's got to be it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's over.
Really well played game from Liquid. This lineup, I mean, we talked about it a bit during the game, but as we saw the strategies and the strategy unfold in terms of the team fight composition, it makes so much sense just looking at this lineup. It's brilliantly done. And that Agaven's purchase from
And there are the
Taiga,
tips.
MVP.
You said it. Nico got
Yeah.
those tips. So
Loser.
he lost.
Yeah.
Definitely lost.
MVP Taiga, 100%.
I gotta say, I mean, I'm not.